Great day, everyone! It is another day to gain some knowledge. This is Teacher Maricar, and welcome to Camplish.com. Today, we will have the preview of another interesting English information or article from this book, English Reading Basic 5. Let's learn and explore English. Are you ready now? Okay, let's start. Today, we will discuss Unit 28. Let's learn about this passage entitled Gothic Style. Look at the picture. You can see here a church. This church has a Gothic style. So I will read it for you. But first, I will read it slowly, so you can get the correct pronunciation of the words here. And after that, you can join me in reading it again. So you have to listen very carefully. Alright? I will start now. About 1280, most Europeans were Christians. So, Europeans built many churches. Those churches had pointed arches. Do you know why? They believed they could be near their God if the church was very high. This style of architecture is called the Gothic style. Also, European people were very rich at that time, so they spent a lot of money on building magnificent churches. Therefore, churches in the Gothic style are very huge and beautiful. Later, the Gothic style became famous, so people built other buildings in the Gothic style too. And now, let's read it again, but faster than the first one. Let's begin. About 1280, most Europeans were Christians, so Europeans built many churches. Those churches had pointed arches. Do you know why? They believed they could be near their God if the church was very high. This style of architecture is called the Gothic style. Also, European people were very rich at that time, so they spent a lot of money on building magnificent churches. Therefore, churches in the Gothic style are very huge and beautiful. Later, the Gothic style became famous, so people built other buildings in the Gothic style too. Alright, I hope that you got the correct pronunciation of the words. If you have some time, try to read it again to enhance your ability in reading. So, did you understand the passage? Good. Let's have some activities here and let's answer it together. Let's start on the first activity, which is the select true or false. In this part, we will find out if the sentence is true or false. It is true if the statement or sentence is correct according to passage, and false if not. So let's start on number 1. About 1280, most Europeans were Christians. Is it true or false? The answer is true. Let's see why. Here is the sentence that will support our answer in number 1. About 1280, most Europeans were Christians. So it's correct. How about number 2? Gothic-style churches are very small. Is it true or false? The answer is it's false. Why? Here. Churches in the Gothic style are very huge and beautiful. So, it's not small, but very huge. Alright? Then, number 3. European people were very poor at that time. Is it true or false? The answer is it's false. Because European people were very rich at that time. They are very rich, not very poor. Okay. Now, we finish the first activity. Before we proceed to the second one, let's learn more vocabulary words first. That will be useful in making your own sentences. So let's look at our word box. We have here 8 different words. So I will read it for you, then repeat after me. So let's start. 80. Christian. Pointed. Arch. Architecture. Gothic. Style. And the last word, magnificent. So now, let's go to vocabulary checkup. You can see here blank spaces, right? So we will find out the missing word by looking at our word box. So let's start on number 1. The palace is blank. What do you think is the missing word? The answer is magnificent. The palace is magnificent. Next, number 2. She likes to wear blank red shoes. What is the answer here? The answer is pointed. She likes to wear pointed red shoes. Then, number 3. When did you become a blank? The answer is Christian. When did you become a Christian? And last, number 4. I like the blank style of architecture. The answer is Gothic. I like the Gothic style of architecture. Good. So I hope that you got all the correct answers here. This is the end of our lesson for today. I hope that you learned something from it. So, if you want to learn more and want to develop your English skills, you are welcome to visit camplish.com. Again, this is Teacher Mary Carr, and see you in our next video. Bye!